vengeance.
I'm back. And I'm Vengeance, guys. What's up? AEW here. What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to Airwater Channel. On a Sunday night, we're getting closer to Halloween, end of October. Getting close to the end of 2025. And yeah, that's what's happening, guys. We're 2 months away from 2026. Yeah, man, we're halfway through the decade, into the 2030s. What's up, guys? Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Hope you're liking my stuff here, man. I know I've been away for 2 days. I know usually on Sundays I do a different show called AEW The Tracks, where I detract people. But today I'm not specifically detracting anybody tonight. So, yeah. We're going to look at something else. We're going to talk about something else. We got to get this. We got to talk about this. Okay? We have to talk about this. Now, I kind of talked about this briefly on a previous episode of Capes and Trunks. I'm not sure which episode. It could have been the last one or the one before. It's one of the last two I've done. I specifically remember talking about what I'm going to talk about here. But I'm going to go a little deeper into this time. Okay? I'm going to go a little deeper this time with this. Guys. You have to, I'm going to bluntly say it out loud right here, right now. James Gunn is not being fired from the DC, from Warner Brothers. And also, to burst your bubble, Warner Brothers is not being sold to Paramount or anybody else right now. Okay? There I said, that's the stream. It's over. I'm kidding. Okay. I'm kidding. That's not the stream. I'm kidding, guys. But come say hello. I see Red there earlier. When did they post that? So there's TJ. Yeah, TJ's gonna be here. Oh, Red posted 8:26. Okay. Hope Blinding comes in. I do got a schedule update. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. Do got a schedule update. Okay. I'll be streaming tomorrow and Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know. I'll be probably streaming tomorrow and Tuesday. Wednesday, I might take a day off. I think. I don't know if Red's here, but I believe AEW is 3 hours. 3 hours on Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll be back probably Thursday and Friday. I'll be back one of those days for sure. Okay. I'll be back one of those days for sure. All right. Also, do me a favor, send super chats, become a member of my channel, do all that tomorrow. I do have a stream, but it's a wrestling related stream. I gotta talk about wrestling tomorrow. If you're a wrestling fan, come check it out. We're talking about AEW, the fall from Wrestle Dream. That's what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. And also a little bit of update on Seth Rollins' injury, the update on what the plans are. Looks like what's not gonna happen with Seth Rollins. We'll talk about with SmackDown, things like that. We'll talk about what's going on tomorrow. We'll talk about what's going on with Andrade. Why he was on AEW for TV for a week, but why he hasn't been seen for about 3 weeks. What his contract situation is, complete clause is. We'll go on that tomorrow. But today we're going to go talk about James Gunn. And I do think we're gonna. I think the I think a storm right now with James Gunn in the DC is gonna get quiet now. It's gonna be quieter. I think James. Okay, it's not gonna. I don't think every day we're gonna hear about James Gunn say this, tweet that, reply to some fan or anything like that anymore. Because Peacemaker just ended. Okay, Peacemaker just ended. Superman just ended. Peacemaker ended about a week ago. Okay, Superman, right? I don't think so. I think it's winding down a bit until they're ready to drop a trailer for Supergirl, Lanterns, maybe some event. I don't know. I'm sure Gunn will say something. Okay, but the noise will die down a bit because that's what happens. That's what happens after a show or movie. For when a show or movie gets released, for about a week or two, there's noise, and then it dies down. For James Gunn, the noise started in May, June, July, and continued on through August, September, October. Right? Right? The loud noise. There was noise, but that was created by the fandoms, and maybe James Gunn to an extent, but that wasn't as loud between May to basically this week, because I've noticed past few days the DC noise has died down a bit, and that's normal. That's normal. Okay. And there's no update on Warner Brothers for sale or anything like that. Okay, they rejected Paramount's bid. No update. Nothing of that sort. Okay. Now, where is Red? I thought Red wanted to be here. Red. Okay. Do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. Please do that. Right? All right. Okay. Good. I am talking. All right. Okay. Now, let's get more into this. This is really stupid. This is getting out of control, but it's been a day or two. This is kind of down now, but for about a week or so, this has been breaking the internet, breaking YouTube, breaking social media. James Gunn is going to be fired from the DCU. We got the idiots talking about it, the usual suspects, the Snyder Bros, the people like Jezebel, and whatever. Right? Idiots talking about it. The stupid ones like that. Okay? You got fucking Grace Randolph going on that train, too, who's not a Snyder Bro, but has to cash in the noise, cash in the grift somehow. And I know she doesn't see it either, okay? Can't be mentioned a little bit, but didn't go much. When you got people like Christian Harloff is schmoes. And I know it's with Christian Harloff and the schmoes lately, but Christian Harloff, who has connections to people in Hollywood, he could get actors and actresses on his podcast. He has got people on his podcast before. Okay? And obviously he talks about movies all the time, to movies, TV, and entertainment. But for the past while now, every day he has a stream, whether it's him co-hosting or him hosting and having co-hosts, or him hosting and having different co-hosts. Every day in the stream, they'll have a title, and some of the titles I see are clickbait rumor scoops from not trustworthy sources. People like My Time to Shine, Dana RPK, people like that. And then last week, one of them was Cosmic Book News, it's a joke. Cosmic Book News is a joke in the industry, right? He always gets laughed on. Matt McGloin, okay? People like that, okay? Who has no sources, claims he has sources in the industry, but has no sources. Doomcock says he has sources in the industry, and Doomcock is proven wrong every single time. Okay? Okay? All right, all right. Every single time he's been proven wrong about Sparrow. Yeah, Sparrow. Don't know, you got to be fucking insane. Yeah, Doomcock is not all there. Sparrow. Okay. Okay. People, right? And guys like Kristen Harloff, Campia, Grace. I mean, Kristen Harloff, I used to listen to Schmoes and Collider. And when they did those shows, Schmoes and Collider, specifically Kristen Harloff, he never talked about, he would never talk about rumors and scoopers. In fact, he would never, thanks man, he would never talk about things like that. He would just ignore them. They would ignore him. But they have to talk about because they know your fans. Oh, thank you for the super chat. $2. Let's freaking go. Thank you. Appreciate it. What's up, Cyrus? Because they know their fans. They know the people that watch them. Oh, oh wow.
Assemble.
Oh wow. Yeah, oh man. Wow. So I activated my Streamlabs thing. Wow, it actually worked. Thank God. Thank you. Alert box. Nice. Yeah. It actually worked. Wait, but why didn't it highlight a super chat? But for a super chat, I got some videos. Here, for that super chat, we'll go with.
You dare? You dare?
Here we go. Nice. That worked. Let's see something. Wow, you dare. Oh, wow, that worked. Wow. Now I lost my train of thought. You dare. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, what was I talking about again? No, TJ, that's from Superman Batman Apocalypse. When Darkseid kidnapped Supergirl, and they had to go save her. Okay, they had to go save her. Okay, that's the. Why didn't a super if the guy looked for member? Why didn't super chat pop up? Let me check briefly if I got a super if I have super chat alerts. I'm going to my Streamlabs right now. Okay. No, that's not it. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Oh, you were supposed to get. No. Oh. I don't want that. What the? Okay. I gotta fix something on with with super chats, but thank you for the membership. The membership thing worked. Okay. Okay, sorry. For new subs, I got something else. Like for new subs. Well, that actually did work. Okay. I wonder what I got for tipping from that. Let me see what I get from tipping. Because I do have. I mean, I have super chats, but I also do have tipping. A tipping thing. I mean, I'm not asking you to, but I'm gonna put it in the. I do have super chats, but I wonder what alert I get from tipping if you decide to give me money. If you decide to tip, I wonder if it does do get alert. Wow, man, let's see something else. I was gonna do a gift membership anyway, so let's do something else. I don't know. That's a good shit. That's a good question. I don't know. Let's see if that pops up. Because, oh man, oh these are mine. Let's see what happens. Justin Pro. Okay.
Avengers!
Okay. Is that going to be on a repeat?
Assemble.
Oh no, is this going to be on a repeat? Oh, thank God.
Avengers!
It is going to be a repeat. I just said, oh my God. It's going to be on a loop. It's going to be on the loop. You can get 3 more of these. 3 more. We'll get back to this.
Avengers!
One more, I think.
Avengers!
2 more.
Assemble.
Oh my God. Okay, one more. Then it's gonna end.
Avengers!
Honestly?
Assemble.
Okay, there we go. That's the last one for now, I believe. Thank God, huh? All right, where was I? And then I thought you could talk over him. Yeah. For subs, when I get an alert on a new sub that's live, I have a different thing, picture and audio. But where was I? Oh, yeah, Christian Harloff, right? Joe Schmoes, Campia, back in the day. Okay, I was just saying, they used to not really talk about these rumors. They would talk about for 2 minutes, and then if it's not from a trade, an actual respectable trade, Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline, whatever, something like that, they would just talk for 2 minutes and blow over it, right? And just move on. Because scoopers and whatever, insiders, not like insiders, you can't always trust insiders either, but scoopers you can't trust. Okay? If scoopers were trustworthy, they would get hired. The industries, those main trades, they would look at the scoopers, and you know what? If the scoopers got most of the things right, they would want to hire them, right? But they know the scoopers make up most of bullshit. Why would they hire someone who has all the rumors are bullshit, BS? The scoops are BS, right? Obviously, right? And now they start using them under content. People, right? Respectable people who are actually in the industry. They start believing this shit. They start talking about believing this shit. I don't know if they necessarily. I don't. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't know if they necessarily believe in this shit, but they're grifting because they know their audience. Their audience. Now you probably agree with me, guys. Their audience probably follows these scoopers. They're pretty sure a lot of audience that probably follows Campia or whatever, Harloff, Grace, all that stuff. They obviously follow some of the top scoopers in the game, the Dan RPKs, the My Time to Shine, the people like that, right? Well, okay. I need to talk about this. Okay, Henry Cavill played Superman, but I don't know why, out of the blue, random out of the blue, he would say this. Post a picture and say Henry Cavill Superman. It just seems it just seems condescending. It just seems petty. It just seems pitiful. It just seems like the guy hasn't really moved on, like he said he has. And like it's not really against Henry Cavill, right? It's not against Henry Cavill. Yes, Henry Cavill was Superman, and they all played Superman. So in a way, they're all Superman, okay? But it's the timing of this post. Why post this when we got our Superman in the DCU? And the odd thing is, Gunn. Oh, by the way, TJ, I put an invite for you if you want to come on, and others. Gunn and his actually are friends. I just don't understand why he had to do that. Like, why? What prompted him to post that? And it almost makes it seem like Gunn, not Gunn, that Snyder is part of the problem with the divide. Because this doesn't really help things. This actually hurts things. Okay? It's I don't know. And maybe he hasn't moved on, and that might affect his work. Maybe that's what affected his work on Army of the Dead and Rebel Moon, is that he can't get over Warner Brothers, Superman, his stuff. And I think it's gonna hurt. I think it's hurting him. It's definitely hurting him because his movies. I don't know what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if Army of Dead got some fan award at the Oscars or. Okay, Army of Dead was not a good movie. Okay, all right, TJ. Army of Dead was not a good movie. Okay. Okay, Rebel Moon, obviously. Okay. I don't know why popped him to do this. I guess it's just one like it's either that he's up, he just want to create, stir some more to the add more oil, more fire, fuel to the fire, gas to the fire, right? Make the flame higher. Get get some of that DC Warner Brothers hype train. Be part of it. Okay. It's sad. It's sad. Okay. This guy has definitely fallen off. Okay. Fallen off. And I think his work has reflected that. Okay. He hasn't gotten over it. He got his movie, but he still isn't over it. And I think it just shows his insecurities. Okay? It's just, it's don't say it's just random he decided to do that. No, no. That was perfectly planned place. That was not just something random. You don't post pictures that are random, right? You do it to get a reaction, right? Okay? That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. Uh, it doesn't mean the freaking universe is coming back. All right. Yeah. So, as I said, the people that watch the Campias, the Grace, the Harloffs, and people that watch me, stuff like that. Okay. Why people like Campia and Harloff, Grace, they talk about that because they know their viewers on social media. Now, most of the people that are on YouTube are probably have social media accounts, right? X accounts. Okay, so they know that they probably are are aware that their viewers follow scoopers, these people, and they just like to be hyped about things from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, things like that, right? And oh, I don't think Blind is coming on. I don't know if Blind is coming on. TJ is coming on. Okay. People, and the problem is, there's a lot of people that follow the scoopers online, and they believe every single word when most of the stuff that comes true doesn't come true, and they still believe the shit they're saying. Oh, they're gonna 9 out of 10 things. If they get one thing right, but 9 out of 10 things is wrong, is that making credible? Is that making credible? No. If you lie, if you bullshit more than you're than you're saying the truth, it does not make you credible. It does not make you believable. 9 out of 10, 99 out of 100. Okay, you get a clock is right, right. A broken clock is right twice a day. Okay, okay, okay. But if you get a lot more things wrong than right, no, you can't. No, you don't have any credibility. But then you have those people say he was right, and then yeah, then you can point out, yeah, but here's everything that this he or she is wrong on, and be like, does that make him credible? Yeah, no, right? They can't accept the fact that some scoopers once in a while will get something right. Okay, and sometimes scoopers will steal shit. Okay. Because I've seen people like post ideas on Reddit, Discord, social media, and scoopers will just take it from them. Take it from them. You'll see sometimes set photos from movies, shows, and scoopers will just take what they see from Scoop and from those and just assume and make up a bullshit rumor. Okay, and sometimes scoopers will just play around with people and just tell people what they want to hear. They won't, right? They're not honest. Okay, scoopers will just tell people what they want to hear at times, and they'll play around with that. That's why they're called frauds. They're grifters. But blinded is. I don't know where blinded is. He was communicating with us today in the chat, so no worries there, guys. Okay, I'm sure he'll be on when he can. He has work. I mean, what I mean by work is school. school. So don't worry about blinded. Okay, don't worry about blinded. But we're gonna get TJ on. He'll come in a few minutes. I definitely did send an invite to TJ. Okay. Also about this gun thing. The gun haters, and I'm classifying everybody that hates gun into this class, right? I don't care what sect of the class they are, what sect, right? Whether the Snyder Bros or people just hate guns. But why are you going at gun? Why are you going at gun? Because gun, yeah, I know why you're going gun. Because gun's the creative side of things, but Peter Safran is the business side of things, the marketing side of things. Okay, that too. Yeah, Peter Safran may not be the one that talks to the press, to he may not be the one that does interviews or replies on social media or talks to the press or does a podcast from time to time on the DCE official podcast. Yes, DC has an official podcast. Okay, but Safran is the businessman of the studios. But you're singling out Safran because he's not James Gunn. Did you see what Angry Bears say that being like a Guardians of the Galaxy might flop for Supergirl Woman tomorrow? I doubt it. Okay. Watch Angry Badger. How does he know it's gonna be like? How does he gonna know be like Guardians of the Galaxy? Guardians of the Galaxy is a team of misfits basically misfits. Take out one of the accuser. Supergirl, and the only similarities that these two movies have, and quite frankly, that they have in the comics, Guardians takes place in space. Sometimes Superman and Supergirl takes place in space. Okay? Okay? But there's nothing similar about these two. Okay? It's that they take place in space. Nothing really similar about these two. So the guy is just being an idiot because he doesn't know shit. He doesn't know shit. And people like Guardians of the Galaxy. Space traveling adventure, okay? So that's the only thing that's similar between Guardians and Supergirl is that they're both in space. Big deal. They're nothing alike except for that. But nothing else in those two movies are remotely similar. Remotely similar. Okay? Being like Guardians of the Galaxy. So every movie that takes place in space could be like Guardians of the Galaxy? No. It doesn't make sense. These people, they'll say anything for Gunn versus Flop. And it's sad. It's just, because when they make up shit like that, they know they're losing. They're fighting a losing battle. But the thing is, they're fighting a losing battle. It just won't go down. Their resilience is tremendous, but it's false hope, it's false resilience. They just won't go down, physically down. They just won't die, even though they're losing, and they're not gonna get a W. They're taking L's, and L's. They just won't accept a final L, a loss, and that's them moving on. That's it. Because they know if the grifters that hate Gunn, if they know that they accept Gunn and all that shit, they lose the grift. What's up, TJ?
Oh, I made it.
Yeah, you made it. Yeah. What's up? A good day?
And I'm just fresh from watching Peacemaker too.
Oh, and you're watching Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I'm on the third episode so far.
Oh yeah, yeah. You liking it so far?
So far, so good. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, it's a good show. Just not marketed. You just didn't market. That's
yeah, that's
all.
unfortunate. Like, I feel like this was the original script for what Spider-Man was supposed to be. I don't know why, because it has
Oh
all
man.
these elements like Norman Osborn and shit. Like I feel like there's a lot of DNA from old scripts that just became a TV show all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's still good though.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. All right. Where was I? All right. Oh yeah. Oh
People
yeah. I
drifting
mean,
off of James Gunn.
yeah. I mean, look. I mean, look. These people, man. They made it sound like the merger happened. The Paramount, not Paramount, bought Warner Brothers when Warner Brothers rejected the bid. You know, you know how many times a business where somebody's not for sale, but somebody wants to buy something of yours, but you say it's not for sale, happens all the time, right? Happens all the time.
See, the difference is between what people aren't paying attention to, right? Is that Zack Snyder was critically panned and his movies flopped, basically, right?
Yeah,
That didn't happen with James Gunn. Like, I'm sorry. Like the thing is, they all looked at Superman and it made like buku bucks. Warner Brothers are happy with that. They're moving on.
they give him a sequel, man. You know, here's the thing. Remember was it months ago when they announced the sequel to Superman? You think if Warner Brothers was going to get rid of James Gunn, they probably would have got rid of James Gunn and not announced a sequel. You think James Gunn was allowed by himself to get permission to announce a sequel without getting the go from the above, right?
That could only happen if Superman failed. But remember, it didn't.
Yeah, but like, look, guys, like I don't know what to tell you guys, guys. If you're watching, Snyder, I don't think Snyder's got over in this because his quality's gone down. His movies, I don't care what people say. Army of Dead was shit,
Oh God,
horrible, horrible movie.
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon is like worst piece of. Oh man,
And
oh
I
man,
tried. Okay, I tried with those movies, but
I watched both
they
movies.
say that. Say that. I think he never got over his career at DC.
Yeah, like why did he post as Henry Cavill Superman pick? Like why?
Well,
What?
to be fair, it's a good PR move. Like the timing was right and everything. I feel like
Yeah, that's the
the
only
fans'
reason. But it has
reaction
to be the only reason. Yeah,
is the
get
real
on the
problem.
hype train. Like right?
Yeah, market yourself. I once had DC too. I once had the Superman movie. Like
Yeah,
normal. But the way people are overreacting over it, that's the real problem. Like his own fans are complete lunatics.
I just. I just think he's like that's not random. He did it on purpose. He's trying to get a PR move. It clearly shows he's not over it.
100% is PR, yeah.
Yeah, he's not over it. He's not over it, right? He's not over it. And I don't understand. Like, I thought Zack Snyder said he liked the Superman movie at one point. There's some I don't know. What's the question? When when Zack Snyder does something, they say something positive. When James Gunn does something, is hate, or they call him
100%, yeah. That's exactly what I was saying. Like everything, I don't know why the hate for James Gunn is extreme.
yeah.
Like anything
Well,
Zack Snyder does, he's off the hook. Like, oh, okay, that's fine, whatever. And then they're still coping over how quote unquote good his movies are. Meanwhile, James Gunn, for the normies, okay, for everybody else on the planet, for everybody who's in terminally online, they watch Superman and they're like, oh yeah, this is good shit. Okay, I'm down.
yeah. Look, yeah. I mean, like, more people love Superman than they love Man of Steel. It's just okay. it's a fact. I mean, okay, and you can't just look at box office numbers. Superman was killing it on demand, also doing very well off the charts on demand. Okay, uh, okay, it was right. People were interested, right, and it just it's just I mean, I talk about James Gunn because I talk about DC a lot on here. I talk about comics a lot on here, but these guys make the life like look. If you heard me, TJ. You have said it before. Blind has said it before.
Yeah.
We'll criticize James Gunn if we don't like something. We have said that.
100%. Yeah.
But they'll never criticize Zack Snyder for anything.
Oh, never. In fact, they've been doubling down. They've been saying weird shit like, "Oh, you guys don't understand. Man of Steel was very underrated. It was a real character study of Superman."
Yeah.
But they're trying to make it deeper than what it really is.
Yeah.
Or the Snyder cut. They're trying to pass it off as high art. That's a real problem right there.
High art. Okay, I know the MCU hasn't been like up. The MCU has been up and down, but since 2020, but Thunderbolts was better than Snyder Cut. Fantastic Four was better than Snyder Cut. Guardians
Yes.
3 was better than Snyder Cut. Black Panther. I would even say Black Panther was better. There was better movies from Marvel than Snyder Cut. And there's been right. The Batman was better than Snyder Cut. They exist. They're all technically Superman. They all got to play Superman, but it's just the timing of the pick why he released that.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's not suspect because we know we believe why he did that. Okay, it's just is it because he's not getting anything done? What the hell? How many times? Didn't he say like 2 or 3 movies he was doing like a 300 prequel, a movie produced by like Saudi Arabia, and a cop movie for Netflix? What the hell is going on with those 3 projects? Because there's no news about them. He puts this picture, but he doesn't talk about these upcoming projects.
Neither Army of the Dead took off, or Rebel Moon.
Or did that universe never took off? Yeah, they were supposed to expand that universe. Yeah, and Rebel Moon.
It's
Yeah,
him marketing himself. It's that simple. They're like, "Hey, I'm still around, guys. I made a Superman movie too."
Well, I heard the guy that works for Netflix, worked at Warner Brothers at one point, did not like the Snyderverse, did not like it at all. And now he works for Netflix. And I think that's the reason why a lot of things with Zack Snyder is not getting his stuff done with Netflix is because of the same guy. I don't know the guy's name, but I remember in the news a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I don't. The thing is, Sideways. I don't think it's doing that. I don't think it's doing that anymore. I think.
Yeah, it stopped.
Yeah. The thing is, they haven't come out and said they haven't really said Rebel Moon is officially canceled, but it doesn't sound like they want to cut. It just sounds like
They haven't said anything. You know how Netflix churn out like sequels? The Chris Hemsworth Extraction movies are like they're right now on movie 4, and I didn't even know. Like that's how fast they're churning that shit out.
Like Netflix, I think Attraction does well, right?
Yeah.
Traction does well. Like Netflix is very harsh when it comes to their content. If something is not good, they'll axe something. And even something to something is good, they'll axe it. They have a tendency to axe good shit when they shouldn't. And you had a UFC thing too. I don't know, man. I don't know, like Sideways. I don't know. At least Gunn is giving us like something on an updated DCU. Zack Snyder is not. He's probably. I don't know. Is he still working?
Zack Snyder could have been Netflix's saving grace. But
here's the thing. Let me see Zack Snyder, Wikipedia. Like there has been nothing on his projects. The Last Photograph, is that a movie? He's doing a movie called The Last Photograph. What's that for? Columbia? I didn't know about this. A drama film?
some art house drama. Yeah, I guess he's We'll see. Expanding his horizons. He's not doing fantasy anymore. We'll see.
Story by Zack
You never
Snyder.
know.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll see. I'm willing to give him a
Well,
chance.
this movie doesn't sound like it's gonna be a heavy CGI VFX movie. So I want to see how he could do that because he's actually
Exactly.
he's
Yeah.
good at visuals, right? But this movie doesn't seem like a visual kind of movie, right? Like the effects and all that, right? Like, let's see. This is a test.
He is
This,
talented behind the camera. Let's face it. Like that's the one
yeah,
thing going for him.
yeah.
It's just that his ideas suck.
Could
Oh,
that
sideways, he did the Snyder Cut bullshit because he was capitalizing on the Justice League shit. Like he thought he could make people watch the movie twice just by making a Snyder Cut off jump.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Man,
became his gimmick, and he capitalized on that. And
he tried to
didn't
sell
work.
this. He tried to sell an edgy Star Wars, dude. Like, okay, Rise of Skywalker was not a good Star Wars movie. That was still better than Rebel Moon, Part 1 and 2, by a mile. No, more than a
At least
mile.
it was watchable. Yeah,
Same with Last Jedi. That movie was more watchable than Rebel Moon. I mean, at least you could rewatch Last Jedi. Obviously over Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon you cannot rewatch. It's one of those movies that'll put you to sleep.
I completely forgot about it straight after I watched it.
See, the thing is,
Barely
Snyder,
anything memorable.
Snyder doesn't have a clue. Remember, like he pitched an edgy, mature, rated R Star Wars movie to Disney, and Disney's like, no. Why would we do it to Star Wars? Why would they do it to one of their biggest properties? Make it rated R. Why would they do that? This is Zack Snyder. Read the room, man. Read the room.
You know what? Here's the funny part. Here's the biggest irony. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
James Gunn is the very same thing, but he'll do that shit for the TV shows, not the movies. There's a difference.
Except for Suicide Squad. He did it for Suicide Squad, the movie. It was rated R. I think it depends on the content of the movie, right? It depends what's like for Superman, of course. Like James Gunn knows which movie, which has to be
The Justice League
rated R.
members, the big three, all those, he'll keep them the way they are. Like whatever you see in the comics, he'll do that as is.
Yeah, he knows what to make it mature or PG-13, like rated R or PG-13. He knows which content, right?
Yeah.
Like he knows. That's a problem with Snyder. Snyder likes edginess almost in everything, and there's some franchises where edginess doesn't fit. Like Star Wars, Star Wars has very dark themes, like the Empire, obviously, but Star Wars has a tendency to, I would say more than Marvel and DC, a little bit more kid friendly. Like Marvel, I argue Marvel is not really for kids anymore. I think over the years, Marvel has become a lot more teenager friendly than kids friendly. Yeah. That's for sure, right? Because they do stuff in Marvel movies. They say stuff in Marvel movies like that kitchen here. Like, for example, they mentioned orgies in Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't think I'm going to bring a kid to a movie hearing that, or stuff like that. Or they all of a sudden started making dick jokes in Marvel movies, sexual jokes at times, right? Things like that, right? But I think Zack Snyder has to read the room. He had the edges. He had to get his edginess in his way in the PG-13 movie. Man of Steel. I mean, Christopher Nolan worked on the movie with them, right? Christopher Nolan questioned some of Zack Snyder's decisions in the movie. First,
that wasn't a good sign.
No, not when, right? What's the reason for Christopher Nolan on helping with Zack Snyder in the Superman movie? It's obviously because as a producer, somebody help out, advisors, because it's the test of the Dark Knight series, right? But Christopher Nolan did not want Superman to snap Zod's neck, right? He wanted the original ending was Zod to go back to the Phantom Zone. That was the original ending. Right? Oh, Zach. Oh, yeah. Who go back to the Phantom Zone. And Zach played by his own rules. play by his own rules without DC. Look, I know Marvel live action does tend to play with their own, tends to play a little bit by the different rules from the comic counterparts, but they tend to stay true to the core of the characters, right?
Yeah.
Zack
At least they
Zack
keep the
Snyder's not
vibe
like
there.
yeah. Zack Snyder's not like that, right? Right? He's not like that. Okay? For like Zack Snyder with Batman kills. Oh yes, Batman kills. Superman does this. Wonder Woman in the Snyder cut kills all those terrorists. Wonder Woman in the comics of the big three tends to kill, but she doesn't really kill humans like that. She wouldn't kill terrorists like that. She would stop them, right? She would stop them, but she wouldn't kill them, right? It's like, and I think that's what turned off a lot of people that are into Zack Snyder, because a lot of fans do not want to see the comic book characters on the big screen. The differences between their comic counterparts in the comics and the characters, they stray away from their comic counterparts a lot, right? You could tweak things here and there, like an origin or like stuff like that, a little bit in there, right? But you can't tweak a lot, right? You can't change a lot of the character, how they are, things like that. You can't do that, right? Like,
or if you're going to, at least make it watchable, which
that's true.
Wasn't. It's barely watchable. The normies couldn't stand it. Like, it was a headache.
It's just at Degrassi, but I was thinking, what I made the stream, right? Because I know you guys listened to me a couple of days ago, right? Capes and Trunks. So I kind of talked about this. Is that there's some people like Degrassi. I went out for Kristen Harloff. I'm sub this channel. I see him had interview actors and actresses before. For example, I don't know how many years ago, but about 2 years ago, he had Diego Luna from Andor, right, on the show, his interview. Okay, he's friends with Katie Sackhoff. Okay, things like that, right? Katie Sackhoff from Mando, right? Then he believes this. Then a week ago on his main stream for whatever weekday, it's James Gunn LDC, right? Everybody's running the story from Cosmic Book News. He's doing it. I'm like, you know people in the industry, and you're doing a stream on this bullshit report. I mean, can that hurt can that hurt his relationship with people in the industry? Like, I think it can, can't it? Can they trust him?
Yeah. I don't think people will show up on this,
he hasn't
anymore. Yeah.
He hasn't in a while.
Okay. Well, that's probably it. That he's on hard times and he's trying to capitalize on these,
Yeah, it's going with the grift.
Disparate audiences. Yep, the Zeros, the Snyder Bros, some of the MCU tards are in there as well. Like, this is the new grift.
I know, and also he has a new grift because he knows his viewers.
Yes.
Yeah, he knows his viewers
Straight
are
away.
checking it out. The scoopers, these stupid trades, these dirt sheets. Like wrestling, we call them dirt sheets. We call for this is I guess it's dirt sheets, not respectable trades.
Right.
It's the geekosity kind of thing, where the geekosity makes up shit too, that kind of thing. And it's just they're thinking, and they're all attacking. Like, they're not going. Gunn and Safran is not going. But why are they attacking just Gunn, not Safran, right? Not just Safran, right? Just go get Gunn because he's the creative guy side of things. But Safran's the business side of things, right? Right? I'm sure. Here's the thing. Gunn, I'm sure, obviously it's the creative side of things. Gets the directors, the actors, the crew, all that. I think Safran is the business side of things. So he's probably involved with the marketing side of things, the business side of things, and probably putting the contracts together for the crew of the movies or TV shows, right? Right? I'm sure James Gunn has some input in that, right? Grocery chocolate lane tabloids, right? But they don't like David Koresh as Superman. Why don't you attack Peter Safran too? He's the one who signed him, like. But Gunn suggested him. Yeah, but you know what? Maybe Peter Safran maybe they cast this actor as Superman, but they couldn't come to a deal. Obviously, it's not the case, because if they cast this person as the character, they already came to a deal. Obviously, right? Yeah, exactly, Degrassi. They don't. And this is not us attacking Saffron, right? It's just us selective pick. What was it? I want to say
Selective outrage.
outweight. Well, yeah.
Hunter Eggy, yeah, we brought that up. Yeah. The comic book news, I saw that.
Comic book news, yeah. Comic book news that everybody's waiting from. And he's not the first to say it, right? It's fucking ridiculous, Billy. I.
They
Here's the
really
thing.
think like Twitter is real life. That's the problem. Like, there's a huge difference between people on Twitter and then the normies, the rest of the world, the globe, if you will.
Here's also, yeah, that's true. Here's the thing, right, TJ and guys, when the previous regimes and the previous regimes before that, because during the whole DCEU era, Snyderverse era, it was the DC live action stuff was so much disarray, right? So much confusion. It was not cohesive, right? It was not things like that. There was problems, right, behind the scenes, right? Like a lot of movies were not being made. A lot of movies announced not being made. A lot of creative decisions, creative choices. A lot of
CW was making DC stuff. Everybody else was making DC stuff. It was a whole mess.
So obviously, and over that time, when they're trying to establish a universe over the years, right? Warner Brothers, they changed. They changed like head of. They got what's his name? Walter Hamada, right? And Kevin Tsuchimara and stuff like that over time. They changed a lot. The one consistent thing that Marvel hasn't, like Marvel, even though it's changed over the past few years, but for the first decade, they haven't really changed a lot of the top people in charge. Like, right? They haven't changed a lot. And that's a good thing. But DC has it. Now, these people are going to, if they do fire Gunn, Warner Brothers, even new under management, new under ownership, hasn't learned a lesson.
Yeah, 100%. They're screwed.
Yeah.
Look at what happened to the MCU as soon as Gunn walked out. Just look.
Who's gonna accept a third reboot of a new DC universe? I think you're gonna lose all your fans. Okay.
By that point, they should just stop making DC content at all.
They should take a break. A break.
Yeah.
But they'll just make the only thing they'll make is probably like Batman. Hey, let's get a Batman movie out.
Yeah, another one. Not even Reeves. Just another guy. It's going to resemble the Nolan movies all over again. Good job.
There's a chance. There's a chance people might. There's a chance that if that stuff like that happens with they do it with Gunn and people are gonna be tired of a new DC reboot, it may actually hurt Batman. Actually, I think there's a chance it can hurt people's interest in Batman, and it's not Batman's fault. It's Warner Brothers' fault.
Yeah. You notice how superhero movies are evolving. Like right now, I say like Superman is like at this very moment. There's going to be better down the line, but as we speak, this is like the zenith, the pinnacle. You already have an established universe. You already have characters. You don't need to introduce everybody. Everything is happening right in front of your face. Everything's establishing new content down the line. That's the real, that's the new shit. There's no more, you're going to have the one character, you're only going to see his origin story, and then bye-bye. We're done with that shit. Like, that. You don't have, like, Zack Snyder. Everything is grim and dark. Caca filter all over the screen. Everything is in slow motion. We don't have that anymore. We don't even have any of the MCU crap. Like, this is the new hotness. From now on, like even Fantastic Four, in a way, followed that trend, right? Like it's a whole universe on its own. Everything is there already. You already have the Mole Man walking around. You already have references to the Red Ghost and the Super Apes. Like,
all his villains, all their villains.
Yeah.
Even Doctor Doom is basically created, solidified, right?
Because the people's taste has evolved. We don't need to be introduced to everything every 5 minutes. Like we don't need to. You don't need to accustom them to wild shit anymore. Like we're already happy with what's happening on the screen. It's fine.
Yeah, Yeah, and he had to use Galactus as the villain.
Yeah, the Snyder Bros can't handle that shit. That's why, like, they're all coping and seething. They're all crashing out. And the problem is, you have these grifters running around because the Snyder Bros are so wild and loud. They think, oh, let's capitalize on them. Let's grift on them.
Yeah.
It's all unfortunate.
This look at Zack Snyder's interviews about DC. His view on the DC.
Oh, about Batman getting raped? Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah,
Nobody brings that up.
Yeah, the guy could take out could take out 20, 30 men easily. He's gonna get raped. Come on.
People are crashing out over the imps that are in, Peacemaker, but they don't bring that shit up. The one about Snyder and Batman. No.
Or the fact that Batman kills in the Dark Knight in the graphic novel, which he doesn't. He doesn't kill in the graphic novel. He okay. Also,
The Dark Knight. Yeah, the gun is the enemy.
his thing is his point in interviews was that over the years, Bruce Wayne got right. He got obviously more violent to the point where he kills his enemies. Right, kind of like right. But here's the thing in the comics he doesn't understand. There's certain times with Batman they get more violent, get more edgy, right? But he never went to that level where he killed. He never did. He's able to control himself, right? He never did. All right.
Even Nolan understood that. Even Nolan.
Yeah, because Bruce Wayne in the back of his head knows if he goes to that level, he knows it's his whole thing. He knows he'll never be the same. He'll
become Joe Chill.
Yeah, he'll become exactly.
He'll become Joe Chill. That's it.
He'll become his villain. Basically, Joe Chill, and actually, there was something similar in the animated series where he could have almost become like Joe Chill. He didn't, not to the point where he's killing, but one of the few episodes. This is where Robin quit. Right, Dick Grayson quit with Robin. I think Batman and Robin were chasing like a thief, but the thief had a son and a wife, right? And Batman was getting really, really violent with the thief in the anime series. They're not right. Violent for a cartoon show, not like obviously, right? Not like extreme, right? There's limits, right? And Robin is like, "Come on, guys, you come on, Bruce." They're not like in front of his family, in front of his kids, in front of his kids and the wife. And that's what turned off Dick Grayson, right? And Dick Grayson later on became Nightwing. But the thing in the end, it turned out that later on, as time passed, that thief, that was the best thing that ever happened to him because he got reformed, right in prison, and things like that, have a better life. But man, he could have become Joe Chill. Right? Because look, I don't know if comics explains the Batman universe. There are criminals, there's thieves, robbers, right? People that, right? But by the reason why there's black and white, no black and white is gray. Thieves they can have families too, Some have families. Jason Todd was a kid, but he was a thief. He was trying to make a living. You never know. Yeah. Right? Sure, they shouldn't be stealing, and that's the thing about Gotham. Gotham is like that. Gotham creates, there's an argument. Like some people say Batman is the reason why some villains are created. No. I disagree on that because Gotham created Batman, but Gotham is also one of the reasons they created the villains.
The corruption, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
It's always a big theme.
The Batman explained that, right? Riddler kind of explained that. He blames Gotham, right? He blames Gotham for all the stuff that happened to him, right? Yeah. Joker kind of blames Gotham, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He always blames Gotham for making him twisted the way he is. Like in every piece of media, forget movie or series, they all have the same theme.
Yeah.
They always say the same thing.
Society can make a hero or society can create a villain.
Yeah.
Right? right? As it happens. As it happens in Batman. Zack Snyder just doesn't like Zack Snyder just doesn't understand. I just don't think he
Oh, you
understands.
just reminded me. You know, remember the first Suicide Squad movie? Like what
Yeah.
happened to Deadshot? Get this. I just noticed this while as you were saying this. Remember when Batman pulls up on Deadshot right in front of his daughter? Like literally, Batman was Joe Chill at that very moment, beating up
Yeah, he could have.
right in front of his daughter. Look at that shit. Even then,
Yeah,
they
I
don't
mean,
understand
like,
the character. Holy shit!
yeah, yeah. And that was
He
David
couldn't have
Ayer. I mean,
waited. Like he couldn't have waited a few moments later. Like maybe
maybe
Will Smith walks away a little bit, and
yeah,
then Batman pulls up.
because Deadshot wasn't on. I mean, obviously, Batman had to stop Deadshot because Deadshot could not be walking free. But Deadshot wasn't like on any assassination mission at the time. He was just out with his daughter. I mean, he couldn't just wait to take his daughter home and be like in front of his the door where she lives with the mother and be like, that's Deadshot. But I'll give credit to Batman. He did say, I don't want to do this in front of your daughter. Because think about it, like if you did shoot Batman, Batman could accidentally deflect and hit his daughter. You know, like in the alleyway, the small space in between.
That whole universe is weird again. Like that, and then the fact that people are coping over it too. Is
Yeah. And David Ayer's the David Ayer's cut is supposed to be supposedly worse.
Oh, did you see that? I actually watched what they were going to do.
Yeah. Oh.
It wasn't very different though. I was surprised. Like, not much has changed really.
And it's funny because the 2016 part of that Suicide Squad is canon.
Oh yeah, the James Gunn stuff. Like that's the thing. That's what people don't get. People are crashing out over Peacemaker season 2 being what it is. Like for me, it's like watchable. It's fine. But all what he was doing really was salvaging all the stuff from the DCEU and then using Peacemaker to establish that shit.
And he used that excuse.
Yeah.
He used that excuse. Oh, they have all these different doors to different dimensions. They could have had a Snyder. They could continue the Snyderverse in a different dimension. You know, have a different dimension view of the Snyderverse. Oh, come on! Like, no. Hunter, is there? Oh yeah, that's the Two-Face. That's from Dark Knight.
Yep. You live long enough to become a villain. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what happens to a lot of these people too. Yeah.
And the Snyderverse are always villains. It's not a cult. But I mean, look, this is a Doomcock shit thing. Like, Doomcock says Calvin Kenny's being let go for 5 years, 6 years now. Not the case. Okay, they're having a movie next year. Mando and Grogu. Okay, Calvin Kenny ain't going anywhere, especially with those 2 movies coming out. Mando and the Starfire movie. Sorry, but she's not going anywhere. If anybody believes Doomcock on that or Mike Zero, I mean, it kind of Mike Zero.
God.
The irony, his name is Mike Zero's last, and he uses Zero and it's his YouTube name. Like he is a zero because everything he does is clickbait and bullshit rumors. He is like I say this because his lies are like the most idiotic, made up shit lies. Like, how do you believe this shit? And he makes like 5 videos a day.
Did you see the Lord Roddick and crew are now like ankle biting him? Mike Zero, they're actually hating on it these days. It's hilarious.
Well,
Cannibalizing each other.
That's the thing about the Chuds. They're not. That's the thing about the Chuds. The Chuds are always. I mean, didn't they throw out Doomcock? Yeah, they kind of ignored Doomcock and all. I gotta say, sideways. It was funny what you posted in the DM group. What was the DM group? Oh, the Fantastic Four. Tyrone Magnus. How old is that video, by the way? Tyrone Magnus believed that that had a thing and Mr. Fantastic were a gay couple.
The fact that he fell for it too, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. He does that a lot, right? Like he has muscle but no brain. Where is it? I'm looking for it. If people actually believe the fake discussion film account, I saw that.
This is how far we've gone. Yeah, that's why people are believing that James Gunn is fired. Like, this is exactly why.
I like Red's post. Red post up.
165 million.
Okay,
Okay, 1.65 million. That's super.
oh,
Global.
yeah.
You're going to fire him after that? Come on. New franchise and everything.
Hey,
Sideways, I'm with you. There are a few things like there's a lot of errors in the DC.
If they're using it as James Gunn's logic, I mean, Marvel should fire Kevin Feige for the bombless Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. I mean, Fantastic Four did okay, but I expected more from Fantastic Four.
No. But Demon Slayer, the thing that India and all of China are watching. That's the one that's beating MCU. Yeah, and the DCU.
Well, next year Marvel is going to be on top anyway. I mean, it's the two biggest movies next year anyway.
The X-Men alone, come on. Let's be real. Like, the movie can be as dumb as it is, but just them bringing the X-Men, it's over.
Yeah.
The normies are in. They're sold.
I just love people actually believe this busing film. 2 parts. 2 parts. No, man, it's Kevin Feige should be fired. The problem with Fantastic Four. Look, it is 500 million. It's over 500 million. I think it would be better if it came out next year. I think it would make more money if it came out next year, just to build up Fiber Avengers Doomsday. It's on.
We'll see. It depends. It depends on what they're doing with Doomsday. Like, for all we know, Doomsday is like I'm predicting, some Days of Future Past scenario.
Well, yeah. The thing is, because the Avenger movies, right? Usually the movie before does very well, right? Like really well. These kind of like some big movie before Avengers, right? So. Right, like even the bad Marvel, like Captain Marvel. Yeah, the thing is, Captain Marvel benefited from being in between
after Infinity War,
and Endgame. Black Panther benefited from obviously success of Civil War, and 2017, none of the Marvel movies made 800 or 900 million. Oh, maybe Guardians made 800, but none of them made 900. Or $1 billion, but Thor, Ragnarok, and Guardians did very well, and so that definitely helped Black Panther. And Black Panther was the movie right before Infinity War, right?
Yep.
So I think if they move Fantastic Four closer into next year, and the hyping of Doctor Doom being the Avengers Doomsday, I think we would have done better. But they got Spider-Man, so. Spider-Man might be the movie's not hype Avengers Doomsday. Avengers kind of sells itself. Like you said, X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four kind of sells itself. But Spider-Man ahead, I wouldn't be surprised if Spider-Man and Fantastic in Avengers Doomsday make 2.4.5, 5 billion combined, maybe. When was the last time we had 2 billion? Oh, Avatar was 2 billion. Avatar 2 was 2 billion. That was the last movie made 2 billion.
Yeah.
Avatar 3 might get there. Who knows? Yeah, Avatar 3. We rarely see $1 billion movies now, but Avatar's going to get there for sure. And the Spider-Man, billion is a guarantee, right? It's a guarantee. Like Marvel did well in 2022, 2021 to do okay, but yeah, man, it's. I think the Marvel content, while not financially rise, has actually done better. Just not Marvel zombies. The content's been better.
Yeah, like you can see they're course correcting at least.
Yeah, yeah. You just got to make sure they keep. You just got to make sure with the Disney Plus shows, that Wonder Man, Daredevil, and Punisher, obviously that special, and Vision's Crest are well liked, well received. To Spider-Man, they're on a positive. They're on a positive. They're on a positive track right now again. And to be fair, 2024, to me, Agatha was an average show, but there's a lot of people who liked it. Deadpool Wolverine was good. It was really good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 2024 didn't start good. Echo was horrible. Echo was not good. That was garbage. That was a garbage show, Echo. Oh, you seen Echo?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's garbage.
That was unfortunate. Like I saw the big shout out in the Daredevil Born Again. Oh, you raised the girl. Like they, what's his name? Matt Murdock was telling Kingpin that. Oh, you raised somebody though. And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's supposed to be Echo. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I was going to watch that, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, it was not a good show. It was.
See, that's the problem. Nobody knows who Echo. Like I know, God bless them. I know they thought, okay, maybe they got away with making Guardians of the Galaxy take off and shit, but only James Gunn can do that. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody else. I'm sorry. You have to make these guys relatable. Like you can't just make them the way they are and expect people to hoot and holler straight away.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works. That's the only thing. That's the secret sauce of James Gunn. Like he can do literally whatever the fuck he wants, as long as he makes the characters, relatable. That's it. He made an eagle relatable. He made a CGI eagle relatable. Come on. He made a CGI shark relatable. Like, nobody can do that. Like you have to have a great level of storytelling. Nobody else has that shit. That's the problem, really.
Mm-hmm. He's just very creative, Gunn. He knows He knows how to make things funny, serious. He just knows how to put all the elements together in a film or a show. Like a good director does. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, because every director has their style, right? But
Yeah.
he's able to find a way.
Like he's the best so far. He's the most suitable for this medium. Like he's the only one who can.
Yeah.
He's able to get away with establishing a whole universe right away,
And
without having to explain everything.
The thing is, if Taika Waititi is very similar to Gunn in style, I think Taika Waititi is comedy way too much. There's comedy way too more in his stuff than James Gunn. James Gunn knows how to pull back some of the comedy. Where Taika Waititi, I think, has a tendency to go overboard. And I think it's one of the issues. Yeah, it's one of the issues with Thor, right? The Thor movies. Like Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor: Love and Thunder had a decent story. Just that I think at the serious parts of the movie, I think the comedy the jokes, whatever, is just destroyed what we were meant to take, what we were supposed to feel in the heart, right? It's like, no, this is not the moment for a joke.
I don't know what happened to him. Like he was way better before. Like, have you seen What We Do in the Shadows? That the vampire movie.
His other movies are not bad. I mean, his other stuff is not bad.
They're good. He made a whole series too, like out of that. Like he can do like fantasy horror stuff, but I don't know why. Like at Ragnarok, he did well, and then as soon as he hit like Love and Thunder, he lost everything. Like it's weird. He decided to be as lazy as he could be. Like
I think I consider it for Oscar for Jojo Rabbit or something like that.
Yeah.
And his soccer movie did not do well. His football movie did not do well. Disney, but he's his acting. I mean, he's always plays the same kind of actor, right? Always like I wouldn't say outlandish, but awkward kind of character, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe he's in the Green Lantern movie.
Yeah.
He was,
Him and that other Samoan actor, I forgot his name. Like he was also Arthur's dad in the Aquaman movies.
Yeah. But and he wasn't Suicide Squad. Yeah, he was Ratcatcher's dad.
Oh shit.
You remember that? He was the dad, the father.
Yeah.
What's the father's name? Was it Otis in the comics? Otis Flanagan. He was Irish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have Otis Flanagan instead of Otis in Peacemaker. No, I'm kidding. The big reveal was nobody. All right, man.
Taika was supposed to be the original director for Moana.
Where is he? Wow.
Yeah. Like he had a whole different plot too. It was supposed to be Moana competing with her brothers and shit. And I'm just like, some mystical stuff instead, okay? Forget that shit.
Mm-hmm. Man, that would be interesting. Him working with The Rock. All right, man.
Just like Snyder, he lost it.
Oh, The Rock.
Snyder. They both lost the sauce.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. I'm gonna end it here, man. Thank you for coming on, TJ.
Shout out.
Yeah. So, guys, I'll be back later this week, obviously. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Bye, guys.
Too sweet! Sweet! 2